The wine cellar. +3. But that looks like a dead end. I mean, I kind of need the parlor. Or I re-roll. Okay, these two look like dead ends, and I need something that leads downwards, or I am gonna lose a couple of rooms, potentially. Hey Ashley, welcome in. Thanks for the follow. Hey there. What's up with you? I'm doing good. I'm amazing. I'm having a lot of fun. I'm not sure yet what the puzzle piece means. I haven't had that in a room before. It either means we can find the puzzle piece here, or maybe there's a puzzle in this room. Anyway, I feel like, I mean, again, basically all the room choices have pros and cons, but I feel like I want to take the parlor for now. To not lose the potential to gain these rooms. I mean, I still have the chapel, but still. I noticed that, Ashley. Thank you very much for the follow. How are you doing today? Ooh. No locked door. The office opportunity to earn and spread coin. Oh, jump requirement. Okay. I can't afford any of these, so I guess I have to take the laboratory. Oh, I could have also redrawn. Alright. Okay. But that has been showing up forever. HS, our uncle's initials. I mean, that looks like a theater. Oh dear. Stream going pretty well, thank you. Can I turn on the top? Okay, so far it doesn't seem like I can fill it with water or anything. Alright, then let's try and hit the parlor. This is the blue box, okay. The blue box is true. The blue box is empty. Our first black chess piece. This is the downfall of living in the magic house, because you need to be able to predict where the bathroom is going to be. Yes, Ashley, I can see your messages. At least the ones you wrote in chat. I'm not sure if you're referring to any other ones. Okay, so the parlor has a puzzle with boxes. Yes, I play a great variety of games. Like some recent ones would be Book of Hours. Outer Wilds, I recently finished Outer Wilds. On the weekend, I replayed an old favorite of mine, Yoko's Island Express. I also like Hollow Knight is a favorite of mine, even though I haven't streamed that in a bit. Yeah. And like in the winter was Spiritfarer, we had Storyteller, Void Rod, we had Neva, we have Rika, a bunch of different games. What kind of games do you like? Okay, and again, this display and the tiger. Ah, okay. A rather curious wind-up key. A component of the parlor game. May the 2nd. You like PUBG? Oh, okay, never played that. Is that your favorite? Or do you have all or it's like is that the only game you play, or do you basically feel free to tell me anything you. Okay, dear Herbert, it was a great honor receiving the invitation to dine at your estate for the Oldhams this past Thursday. If I'm being frank, it had been quite a while since we had been seen in decent society, and we were beginning to worry that my wife's wit had lost its charm. I have no delusions that my company is a rival to hers. Dude? Central Europe. Where are you from? If I can refresh your memory, we both spent much of that evening discussing our mutual love of games and puzzles. And I had mentioned to you a rather singular parlor game I had played some years back, involving 3 boxes of different colors. You had pressed me to write with the particulars of this game when I found the time, and I have included with this letter all the details you will need to share with your with guests, should you be inclined to play this confounding game. Always a friend, M. Lowry. We were beginning to worry that my wife's wit had lost its charm. Yeah, I was just about to say, very weird thing, dude. Okay, there will always be at least 1 box which displays only true statements. There will always be at least 1 box which displays only false statements. Only 1 box has a prize within. The other 2 are always empty. Okay, and I guess with the wind-up key I can only open 1. Otherwise you would just open all 3 and, it wouldn't matter. There will always be at least 1 box which displays only true statements. There will always be at least 1 box. It always displays only false statements. Only 1 box has a prize. Okay. Portrait of our uncle. A fine man. You're from Australia. Oh, nice. Central Europe. I don't want to go into more detail at the moment. Well, Australia is nice. I know a couple people from down there. I actually even have family there. Like an aunt of mine that lives down there. Help me out. Is it early morning for you right now? Trying to think of the time difference. If it should be early morning, isn't it? Okay, this is the blue box. I mean, that's a true statement. I mean, it's obviously true. So that's at least 1 box with a true statement. The blue box is true. Yes. So 2 true statements. The blue box is empty is then by default a wrong statement. So the blue box should, in theory, hold a prize. And it does. Nice. They gave me a friendly puzzle on day 1. Yeah, probably. It's the it's the rookie puzzle. Alright, let's see. let's move back down. Okay, so we have the chapel to the right, nothing to the left, and if we have a room, if we get a room here that also allows us to move downwards, that would be great. No, I do not stream daily. I don't have the time for that. It's just a hobby. Like, I have no, I don't aspire to do this professionally, in any way. It's just for fun. Rumpus room, plus 8 coins. The bunk room counts as 2 bedrooms. I mean, that would be great if we already had the nursery, but I don't. The secret passage, maybe I just re-roll. Leads to a room of color of your choice. I mean, I could also try the secret passage. Yeah, let's try that. At least that allows us. At least that will allow us to get in here. We kind of have nothing here, but we can try going from the corner here. And we blocked our way to the chapel, but no, that's not the worst. Okay, then again, this is hinting of a theater. Amazing bots. Well, the coins versus gems, they both are currency in the game. So far, gem requirement was to unlock rooms with a higher rarity, so, something like the observatory or the passageway for some reason had a gem requirement. So, so far, oh, and the courtyard also had a gem requirement to pay a gem to enter it. Or to draw it, I guess. Yeah, so from what I've gathered so far, you need gems to unlock special rooms that have a higher rarity. And mostly all of them have something special about them. What do I know about gaming mascot? No, that doesn't ring a bell. And coins, let me think if I've used coins so far. I don't think I have. What did I? Maybe something where I didn't remember. I mean, the chapel has 2 requirements. Every time I enter, I lose a coin. And then I also saw the kitchen where I could in theory buy food for coins. And we do have shops, but I haven't discovered any of them yet. So I'm guessing there will be 8 different rooms where you can buy things for coins. I don't have Instagram. I do have Discord, but I only communicate with people I know there. Yeah, it's meter steps. So that's one thing. And I think so far the kitchen is the only room I've seen on the board that would allow me to buy something for... No, wait, there was another room that said, I believe I could buy tools or like items. I don't remember which one that was. Okay, flower. Right, anyway, what's secret passageway, huh? The key to the bedroom. Ah, okay. Red Rover Scarlet. Gold Sink. Green Thumb. The Heart of Holly. Okay, so basically you pick whatever book you draw, the secret passageway will lead to a colored room. Okay, so purple are bedrooms. Green rooms is like, we'll have to do something with plants. Hallways are golden. So I feel like a golden passage would be wasted because other than the secret passage so far, the hallways always led somewhere. And yeah, this is a dead end. Like, all the rooms are locked. So I feel like golden might be a waste. Okay, shops. Red rooms. Huh. I mean, I would either go for a green room or a bedroom. And I feel like a bedroom has the best chance of giving me back steps. So I'm most tempted to do that. I mean, also, like, green room would be interesting, but because I only found one so far. It would be interesting to see what more there is. No offense, Ashley, but I will not add you in Discord. I don't just randomly add people that jump into my stream. No offense. Bookfing is clever. I knew we were playing Book of Hours. Alright. I feel like I want to try the bedroom. I know I've found a couple bedrooms before, so maybe like a green room would make more sense to see more variety of these. I don't have Instagram, Ashley. But I'm tempted to have a room that gives me back steps, potentially. Even if I still have 31 though. I still have 31. But it's so tempting to have a room that gives me back steps. I feel so greedy. Wait, there's 5 options. Gold? Okay, no, these are orange. Okay, maybe gold is a store. But would I want a store in a room that's basically a dead end? Like, this is completely a dead end. I would have to go through a lot of steps to get back here. Would I want a store here? I mean, it would be my first. But I would do that in the knowledge that I will not come back. Most likely. And that feels like a waste to have that in such a bad space. That really is just an absolute dead end. On a long... Like, I would lose at least 4 steps to go back here. Like, at least 4. I mean, it would also be funny if I do pick the bedroom, because then we have like 4 bedrooms right next to each other. Are you going to beat the game on day one without steps? I mean, yeah, how? Ah. You know what? No. I'm gonna go with my first instinct. I'm gonna pick a bedroom. Seven corners plus 1 key for each bedroom in your house. And this bunk room counts as 2 bedrooms. Men's chambers, most less likely to find items laying around in your house. Okay, I don't really want the maid's chambers then. Although this is a mix of a bedroom and a red room. That's interesting that you have mixed rooms. Also, it's interesting that I can still choose. I thought the game would just choose for me, but I like that. Every time I see the bunk room, I remember the nursery. And I was like, I want to only do the bunk room after I've done the nursery. So give me the servants' quarters. That will use my gem, but I'm ready for that. Okay, that's 2 more keys. There are 12 major keys. Okay. Servants' quarters. Pretend to remember any of the code numbers for the Spiritfarer quotes about stealing things. I think quote 3 was one of them. Also remember we do have the codes list if we want to look it up with exclamation quotes. Okay, the master bedroom. Road. You don't know this? You don't know that yet? How do you not know that? Oh, is that something I created during the Outer Wilds streams? Actually, I will not add you in Discord. Stop it. You also have exclamation commands. Is that all the keys I found? Oh no, that's the extra keys I get for every bedroom. Okay. Mr. Rota, Mrs. Babbage has told me that you will be overseeing network maintenance over the next few weeks while I will be gone, and I apologize in advance for the extra workload. I believe I will be back in Reddington by the middle of February, but even that is not a certainty. Either way, I do not anticipate there will be any major issues while I'm gone, as the difficulties we were having last month with the terminal connection seems to be resolved. Also, quote 7, the boring house. I can steal nothing here. I mean, it depends. Am I stealing stuff? I mean, so far I'm taking it. But yeah, I can't take it off the premise. But so far, this house is anything but boring. Limerick does all the quotes now. Alright, I believe I will be back in Reddington. Okay, I found a greeting card, like a card with greetings from Reddington. I believe that was in another bedroom. Yeah, in the first bedroom was a card with greetings from Reddington. There's a whole narrative playing out by the middle of February. But even that is not a certainty. Either way, I do not anticipate there will be any major issues while I'm gone, as the difficulties we were having last month with the terminal connections seem to be resolved. If there is an emergency and you find yourself having to enter the central server site, I have set you up with a temporary admin key to allow you access to the network administrator controls. Okay. Okay, admin key. First, 4 letters of your last name. Okay, we are the person who's addressed as Mr. Rota. So R-U or R-U-O-T. The 4 letters of your last name. Followed by first initial. The first and 5th character should be capitalized. Okay. Okay, so we're missing the last letter because we don't know this person's first name. If you have any questions, please let me know in the next few days before my departure, Randolph. Oh, thanks for the luck, Lambert. I'll be back soon, so I don't have to be without my favorite ass smacker. Also, interesting choice for a wastebasket, I guess. Okay, the boudoir, the bunk room, the nursery, the guest bedroom, the master bedroom, and the ladyship's chambers. Okay, so I'm guessing these are the different bedrooms. Like, we've seen the nursery, I've drawn the bedroom, I've seen the bunk room, we have the boudoir, the master bedroom and the ladies' chambers are still missing. Or at least that's some of the bedrooms. We have luggage here. Okay. Hartley. Are we Hartley Rhoda? I'm gonna note down an H as the last letter for the admin key. And once, if we get to the server room, we can try it. Hartley. I know we spoke often of this day, and I don't think there's anything I can say of the past 40 years that I haven't already attempted to tell you innumerous times in the past. Half-stated gratitude always interrupted with tactful and polite repudiations from you. I had always known this final letter could give me the perfect opportunity to finally express myself uninterrupted by you and unfettered by social graces. But I don't feel the inclination to say aloud what has always been unsaid between us. With my passing, I will release you from your post and service to the Sinclair family, and implore you to live the remainder of your years on your own terms, as scary and unfamiliar as a concept as that may be to you. Okay, this has to be, I mean, it says servant quarters, but I feel like this probably is like the head butler or something. Besides, I think a more junior valet, okay, would be better situated to meet the needs of younger Master Simon, which will be us. To that end, if you wish, you may stay. To that end, if you wish, you may stay on long enough to oversee the training and establishment of your successor in their post. But as soon as he or she has the lay of the land, my instructions for you to quit must be satisfied. I like our uncle. Ignoring what I imagine your objections might be after reading this, I have decided to leave the lake house in Trinsdale to you and your family. Okay? Hartley? I mean, that's a nice thing for like many years of good servitude to a master, to be gifted a lake house. I mean, not bad. In Trinsdale. Just taking notes. And that's almost 2 full pages of notes I have already. And we haven't even finished our first day. My lawyers have all the details of the gift and will be contacting you shortly about the particulars. For the past 4 decades, you have served willingly as the subject and the victim to my many whims, games, and riddles. And so rest assured, unlike my nephew, you will not be put to yet another challenge to prove yourself worthy in this matter. The house is yours without strings or stipulations. I had for a time gleefully entertained the notion of employing Anne as the house manager of your new residence, but I knew the humor of such a prank would be entirely lost on you, to say nothing of her. Until we meet again, my friend. Herbert. Okay. I'm gonna write Anne with a question mark. I don't think we've heard anything about Anne before. Okay, now we're losing a bunch of steps by going back. Secret passage parlor. Okay, now I also want to have a look at the chapel. Damn, yeah, I'm losing steps now. Yep, and here goes a coin. Okay. Some other pictures. Looks like a farmer with the Roman number 1. Let's have a good look around. Statue. Could be a saint or a cleric. Okay, we have something almost like, I don't know, a warrior angel, emperor crown, with shield, and the number 7. The number 5 for an angel with either a broom or a very large paintbrush. Statue of another cleric. And another one might also be a king. Okay, an angel that looks like a cook with the number 2. Another angel that looks like a farmer with the number 3. A different kind of farm work. Also a white chess piece. On to the 3rd page of note. An altar with candles, a whole bunch of them. Can't get behind there. Let me also look at this from the back here. Okay, that's the symbol like up top there that we had in the entranceway above one of the doors. It looks like there's one glass window hidden behind the altar. Not sure if that also has a room in the rooms. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 6 looks like an angel in riding gear. And 4 is a chimney sweep. Interesting. Okay, it looks like there's birds. I wonder if you can look at this picture, the one behind the altar, if you place the chapel at the edge of the building and then go outside. Maybe if you can see it then. Okay. Okay, so far, let me double check that I'm not missing anything most peculiar in the chapel. Trying to see if there's anything lying around the benches. But there isn't. At least I can't see anything. Okay. Alright then. Now then, since all of these are dead ends, unfortunately, unfortunately, let's go to the gymnasium. That will cost us 2 steps. Oh, that's an added 2, so you lose 3 entering. Oh, that's steep. Okay, painting with a trench coat and a cliffside. Oh, this is a rough one. Okay, that was just my steps. They made that noise. It's a totally normal noise in the gymnasium. Okay, that is looked off because of the room choice we had to make. Alright. Look at that. Okay, I actually have to redraw my rooms now. Because the veranda I cannot afford because of the gem requirement. The wine cell and the bunk room are both dead ends. I don't want either of those. Because then my day is over. So I'd rather redraw. Mailroom. A package will be delivered here the day after drafting this room. Okay, interesting. But unfortunately, that looks like a dead end as well. Yes, I guess the only chance I have is the maid's chambers. Less likely to find items lying around in the house. I don't like that, though. The locksmith keys for sale. I don't have a gem, and I don't really need keys. Ah. Well, I guess the maid's chambers it is. Staff notice. The day we all dreaded has finally arrived. This is with unprecedented sadness that we inform you of the death of our benefactor, employer, and master, the Baron of Mount Holly, H.S. Sinclair. Any staff who have an interest in attending service may contact Mrs. Babbage for details. Also, the maid was Mrs. Babbage. In following the instructions left by the Baron... Okay. Let me quickly write that down. Mrs. Babbage is the maid. Any staff who have an interest in attending service may contact Mrs. Babbage for details. In following the instructions left by the Baron himself, effective immediately, all work at Mount Holly is suspended. All live-in staff will have 1 month paid leave and must vacate the premises by Friday, November 6th. Mrs. Babbage. Okay. Okay, do we have a window? With one glass pane that looks really strange. And an airplane. Okay, so the angel with the broom is called Mila. Okay, interesting. A sewing machine. Oh. Is that all the staff? Probably. That looks like the driver. The maid? Who might be the valet? Can't really tell. Gardener somewhere here, maybe? Right, a lamp. Alright. Okay, we don't necessarily want a door leading downwards, but we see what we get. Locked, eh? Okay, I feel like the further you go in... The Great Hall has 7 locked doors. Ah. Office opportunity to... Okay, I can't afford the office. Yeah, I mean, the Great Hall is the best choice, I feel like. Even if I can only use half of it. Or... Don't have any gems. That is cruel. Ooh, okay, I can look at the floor plan while I'm here. Okay, that's nice. You can see how the rooms would look. I haven't discovered this. This is really nice. And that would create a dead end, but we are really far into the room anyway. Alright, let's see. Yeah, I can't afford to get another gem. Kitchen or the closet. The walk-in closet had 4 items. Okay, let's use the mail room then. Or the place. But I feel like this door will be a waste because I can't get a room here. So let's see what kind of room I can get here. The dining room. Definitely the dining room. I'll have a meal there. Okay, this will be a waste. I have 3 more keys. I mean, the mail room will be a dead end. I've basically now locked myself out of all these rooms, unfortunately. Ah, and dinner is served. We've officially reached rank 8. Crown. Second code delivered. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, seems like very basic sequence. Raven. Dad. 809 Ellis Drive, Van Iris. Simon P. Jones, Mount Holly Estate. Hey buddy, reading other people's mails, really casually. How's it going up there in that big house? I think most people would be pretty scared being alone for this length of time, but I have a feeling you're doing just fine. I imagine you happy as a clam, perfectly content on the estate with the exploration and opportunities for adventure that present themselves each day. As I'm writing this, you're currently in the garage packing the tent. I wanted to try to post this letter before we depart tomorrow, so that it has a chance to arrive during your first few days on the estate. But with all the preparations, I'm not sure that I'm going to find the time. Does the font look different here? Or is that just me? There's so much I want to say, and I'm sure I'll forget to tell you Friday night. Sometimes it's easier for me to just jot this stuff down. You're yelling at me right now to come bring your pillowcase. Hold on a second. I'll be right back. I can tell you're really excited, but I think you might feel a little guilty about being so happy the day after the funeral. Believe me, I know how long Uncle Herbert worked on setting this up for you. And I know from our conversation just how much happiness this final project brought him. So do both of us a favor. Be excited. The house really is amazing. I know it's been almost 7 years since we were last up there, and I'm really curious to hear just how much you remember from those summer trips. You've always been smarter than me at this kind of thing, so I'm not sure how much guidance or inspiration I can offer before your trip that will actually be useful to you. Despite my best intentions, I'm sure that on Friday I'll end up leaving you with a few of my overused cliché expressions when we say farewell. Later, alligator. Dad. P.S. Get some sleep each night and don't spend all your time each day playing the Digiblocks? Whatever is the Digiblocks. Okay, we are Simon P. Jones. Okay, this is by our dad. Alright. Or does he mean Tetris by saying the Digiblocks? Because how can you not play Tetris with these rooms, huh? Can you not? Okay, a little past 5. Oh, Royal Mail. Look at that. Fancy mail. Oh, more information. I'll look at that in a second. Okay. Please return all correspondence and packages addressed to Danny Vervain to sender, as he no longer is employed with our staff. Okay. Right. I want to try and see if I can read. There's a little bit of text here in the corner above this drawing. So I want to see if I can still read it, but I'll have to get closer to the screen here for a second. Can't really make it out. I see a question mark at the end of the word mail. Everything else I can't really read. I feel like the first letter is a D and an I. I hope we get a magnifying glass as a tool. Like, this is like the second or third time I was wishing for a magnifying glass. And what do we have here? Hey! Utility room fuse box. Fuse indicator settings. Okay, if it's all green, press any button above to activate blue. Press a blue indicator next to a red to activate purple. 5 purple indicators are needed to activate the 6th. Interesting. And more detailed instructions will be sent by electronic mail to the address client has provided, so we'll need a computer for that. Or maybe the server room, or both. Alright, I will take some quick notes on that. Okay, some very basic notes. The right part of that was a lie. Are we winning? I'm not sure if we're winning. I mean, we're losing steps, losing time, but we have dinner. But I also managed to lock myself out of these 3 rooms, so rep to these. Also, I do have 3 more keys. Okay, the thing is, I would like to. I mean, this room has 6 locked doors. I mean, this will would potentially lead to path downwards, but I know that this is blocked because it leads to the lavatory, and that's gonna be a wall. So unlocking that is useless. Let me unlock this and see if maybe we can find something there potentially. Let's at least give it one try. Okay, no, looks like a waste. Okay. I mean, it doesn't mean that all the other three are also a waste, but this one was.